I want to jump to our next group. Bryan, Berrett, and Whitney Scott from the Faculty Development Council have agreed to share some of their adventures in flexible courses, and I will put myself on mute. And I know they may have some slides that they've added to this deck, so just let me know if you need me to forward.
Thank you. Thanks, Kevin. Okay, hi everyone. We're speaking on behalf of the faculty developers. So Bryan and I put together a presentation and it's so exciting. Kevin, you've arranged this exactly how we would want to as faculty developers to bring in the stories, right? Who are the people and the stories and threading that together as faculty developers, we feel like we're storytellers and we gather the stories. And Cynthia, I just want to give a shout out to you because I think you mentioned the thing that we're really focused on, which is the goal of the, why are we doing this and what do we need to pay attention to? And it's the student learning. And so that is something that we definitely have to be really mindful about. So in this moment, what is our story going to be about implementing HyFlex? It's a choice and it's a pathway, and it's sometimes difficult and sometimes it's beautiful. I have to say it's been a journey for me, definitely. So we want to invite you to see the collective stories that Bryan and I collected. So I'm going to invite you just to read right now some of what we've collected. So the first one is from faculty developers. How's it going? So we collected, the good and the hard, right? So we're not trying to sugarcoat this, right? Okay, so there's range, there's diversity there. So that begs the question, well, what's happening on the great campus? Somebody who said that versus the others. Next, Kevin. Next slide. So it was really great to hear from the faculty already today. And so I really appreciated that. But what stood out to me was the reduced stress. And I think, those of us who are creating spaces for faculty to move and trailblaze, we do want to reduce stress for everyone. Next slide. This came from our campus at CSUN. Hello to all of my CSUN colleagues, by the way. This really, this really landed on me in a big way. I'm thinking a lot about this. Next slide. And Natalie, I didn't know you were presenting today, so we had to give you two voices to share out for your quote. Okay, next slide. Okay, we have student assistants at CSUN. This is interesting as we talk about the definition of HyFlex. So I'm really curious about that. Next. Next slide. Next slide. And next slide. Okay, So we just wanted to share essentially the, some of the stories. We got in touch with about 11 faculty developers. We noticed half of those campuses didn't launch HyFlex this semester. So that's interesting. We want to learn from that. Some did small pilots, 1 to 20 classes. Others did bigger, 50 to 100. Half of us used Kevin's class as preparatory. And we have a list of, things that really helped the faculty. But in conclusion, I think part of what we want to know more about are the student perspectives. Are those learning objectives being met? What additional supports do we all need to thread together between our units? And then I think we need to get in touch with the faculty joy. Why do this? What is exciting? What's bringing excitement to your teaching experience? Because we're really in touch with loving your job and being connected to students, even in this new modality. Okay, so I know my time's up. Thanks, Kevin.
Amazing. So we've had a variety of voices shared here, and Whitney, I can't agree more that we need to hear all the different perspectives so that we get a better picture of what's going on. And again, it's kudos to Fresno for sharing that one video, and we'll have to do more work to get the student voice in here more often. I appreciate the student assistant voices in these slides as well, Whitney, so thanks.